Ma'am said, you know, he said, he told us this very clearly.
Go ahead, dog.
He said, when I leave, I pass. He said, the next one that come behind me, he said, he's going to be very much like me in many ways. We have that here with us now. I don't know if y'all see it, but I know it.
Go ahead.
And he said that we should always try to keep him informed on anything that he needs to know and assist him in any way we possibly can. Simple as that there. You know, and so I feel so good today. Thankful this great bright day of Eid. Yes, Allah is with us. He's been with us. And I reflect what the Imam told us in regards to, he said Allah, and he said Allah has assigned angels to this community. Allah is with us. This is real. The only thing we got to do is be consistent. He said, what does Allah want from you? He wants from us obedience. When we walk on that Mr. King, that straight path, and live our religion, you know, we'll get those blessings, those results. They come to you. And the Imam talks about that, about how these angels, all these things work for you. And he said, you study, you listen to me, you'll learn how to understand your angels better. I'll be a witness to this. You know, the Imam, he taught us, teaching us from Quran, the insight. He said, there's 7 gates to heaven and 7 gates to hell. And he said, what are them gates? Your mouth, your nose, your eyes, your ears. You know, and then if you did not guard and protected by the angels, Satan will creep in. You know, and then you know your ears like a question mark. Then a question will come in there. And our leader has taught us this. I mean, in a deep way. He say Adam, he knew the nature of things. And see, Adam was still naming things. You understand? And and Adam, subhanahu wa ta'ala, the human being, I'm talking about you and I, Allah said He created you a degree above the angels. And the reason why that is because you have free will. You can think, you can go right or left. See, the angels, they just hear and obey. They follow. But you, human being, the Khalifa, you know, crown of creation, you have 3 choices. You can go to the right or to your left. And just like the man said, that we should choose neither extreme. We should be in the middle way. Balance Muslim community. And that's what we are. So there's so much to, we can go on and on. We're celebrating our Eid today. We're thankful that Allah blessed us to be here in Mosque. I haven't felt this comfortable nowhere. Allahu Akbar. And this is international headquarters of the Mosque. And we have been greatly blessed. And you know, when I don't know if you all like music like I do, but I used to like to listen to Frankie Beverly Mays. And he used to talk about that golden time of day. When you know who you are, and you got some understanding, that's the golden time of day. Allahu Akbar. That's just to relate the message, because we are a very unique people. We are new Muslim people. Allah has evolved us, and you know, we don't want to shame ourselves. Allah has given you something very, very special. Very few people ever get it. And that's what we got in Imam Mohammed.
That's right.
And you know, we even have we have extending that blessing. We have Wallace Muhammad II.
Allahu Akbar.
You know what I mean? See, I'm a student of Imam. I made that oath with his father. I made it with him, and I do the same thing with Wallace Muhammad II. Because you know he's like sometimes I call him Prince. Because the prince is an Amir. And you know, the Amir is the one who's like in charge of the community, so to speak. And then I studied Al-Ghazali. And he was talking about the meaning of Amir. He said, one who exercises complete control over his biological passions. He's a balanced man. You understand? And in a true sense, you know, when I started, they talk about the prince over there in London and so forth, and all these parties and so forth. But when you think of the term, what it really means, you know, Wallace Muhammad II qualified it in every way. You understand? And I accept him. But you know, I look at him as my imam. I'm just here to hear and obey. So see, Allah has placed people with Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
He placed people with Imam Deen Muhammad.
Right.
And he placed people here with Wallace Muhammad II.
Right.
So I looked at him as my Imam.
Right.
You understand? I'm just here to assist. You know, we hear and we obey. But we don't allow people to come in our community, disrespect us. We have to check it.
Right.
We're not no chumps.
Right.
I mean, I could use a better word. I understand. Let's keep it real. Because right now I'm just talking family. But we don't allow people to come in and corrupt our community in no kind of way. We nip it in the bud. We didn't tolerate none of Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
And I worked in his house as an honor guard. And not only that, brother, when I started working for this community, Honorable Elijah Muhammad invited me to work for this community. He wrote me and invited me. And when I first came here, I flew in here with a captain. I was out in Seattle for a little while. Flew in here with that brother, and here I am riding the car with Abbas Rasul. I don't know what the heck is all this about. I hadn't gotten instruction. I didn't realize I had instructions directly from Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I had my papers from him. You know, inviting me to work for the Nation of Islam. And Allah blessed me with all kinds of good jobs. And that time I started working in the trains. I worked with Amtrak. And brought a lot of them brothers into that job. They fell out. They just fell in love with it. They couldn't leave it. And then one day he came to me. I said, look, once you start working at the house, this went on like, you want to honor guards now. I said, alhamdulillah. I was fine. But I was shorting it down a little bit. But anyways, the imam used to come by the house. That's back where I first met him at. There was only about 5 people that would actually come to that house. See, one of our responsibilities, we knew the ministers at that time all over the country. We knew who they are, what they are. We knew who could go in that house. We knew it way out. And I remember one day the imam was one of the 5 people that could come in there anytime. The imam walked to Deen Muhammad in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's home. This was before he passed. So the imam came there one day and he gave me a letter. And he asked me, in his very humble self, would you give this to my brother Herbert? I said, yes, sir. And he hit me with one of these salutes like this. And I used, ever since then, I used to give him one right back like that. But, you know, and then he was so humble. And he had that real peaceful air about himself. And and then I remember when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, this is before he passed, he told him he could go teach anywhere.
Right, that's right.
And he went up on the East Coast, in New York, where Minister Farrakhan was at.
Right.
And the imam told him I had the tape. In fact, I gave it to the tape. One of the brothers is in here right now. I see him sit down. This day I still want the tape back. That was the imam. For years ago I gave it. But anyways, the imam, at that meeting there in New York, and it was a regional meeting in 7. He said, he told Minister Farrakhan that particular day, he said, as long as you obey following the order of my father, and then the imam said, in my order, you will not be set down. However, if you disobey and don't take heed, you'll be set down. And see, there was another situation happened with the imam. Farrakhan and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, brother John Muhammad, they was in Jamaica. They had a big old meeting down there, and they was debating about who should speak first. Who should speak first? So I think I guess Elijah Muhammad, the Assistant Supreme Counsel, he got the call. So he said he told his father they debating who should speak first. Should John speak or should Farrakhan speak? And then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad put the message to Elijah, tell him to ask Wallace to make the decision. That's the influence he had way back then. You know, and so the imam, it's like we call him the Boston hot sauce. You understand? And he could teach it. I have been in talks that he started teaching at Maghrib prayer, and we didn't get out of that to fight. Allah, I've said it, but brother.